It's against the law in Alabama now to be homeless. Your options are to be jailed or treatment, which you pay out of pocket for. How are you supposed to pay out of your pocket when you're homeless?
So living in a car or a van has been a solution for many people to combat the affordability crisis here in America for many years now. That's nothing new, but with the new bills that have been introduced to criminalize homelessness, a lot of people are getting worried.
Well, there goes your home. And again, they offered no other type of resources, no shelter, nothing.
They just pulled us over as soon as they hit 8 o'clock.
And there's.
When we were already on the way to go, like we were already in the car and ready to go, like everything was ready to go. If they just waited 1 minute, we could have been out of here.
And all your belongings in the RV are now on a sidewalk with your beautiful dog. Well, I'm really sorry.
I mean, that's how the law works, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. I just feel like they could have gave us 5 more minutes and we would have been out of here. They just would have been out of our way, you know?
Did you guys know that a lot of states here in America are starting to criminalize homelessness? Yeah, like the state of Indiana, they've made several laws against illegal camping in the city. Meaning if you're homeless and you're outdoors sleeping, you'll be arrested. But Indiana's not the only state to do this. Several states across the country, they don't want homeless people even being seen in public. So they just want to criminalize it and throw them in jail. You can't afford life, so time to go to jail. Let's start making license plates. Oh, did you also know states that are criminalizing homelessness have also reduced money going to food banks? And most of those states that have cut those programs and criminalized homelessness have also cut funding for food stamps and made it more difficult to get food stamps.
Here you go. This is Senate Bill 285, which makes it illegal for you to camp, live in your vehicle anywhere on or near public land. Also, here you go. This is where X amount of dollars in the billions has been cut out of the Indiana budget that was set aside for food pantries, for poor people, for children, for the elderly, for veterans.
Making homelessness illegal in a country whose minimum wage is $7.25 with a median rent of $1,400 is evil.
Scottsdale has an ordinance that allows police to relocate homeless people from Scottsdale and into Phoenix. And now, thanks to Phoenix City Council, you can literally be punished for helping them. Phoenix, Arizona is now regulating who's allowed to give food, water, or medical care to homeless people in triple-digit heat. Yesterday, on May 6th, Phoenix City Council passed an ordinance requiring city-issued permits for people to distribute food or provide non-emergency medical care in public parks. That goes into effect on June 5th, literally right as Arizona is entering peak summer heat. Phoenix already experiences some of the highest heat-related death rates in the country. Every single summer, people die from heat exposure here, especially unhoused people. So tell me why, during triple-digit temperatures, the city's priority is limiting access to food, medical treatment, or outreach services. This is about homeless people, but the city will tell you it's about medical waste and public safety. Instead of investing in things like sanitation, cooling stations, housing, addiction treatment, and mental health resources, they're putting restrictions on mutual aid and community outreach. The ordinance limits permits to only 2 per park per month. Medical treatment has to happen inside enclosed tents or vehicles in designated areas instead of open spaces. And violations can become a Class 1 misdemeanor.
If you're unhoused in the state of Louisiana, you now have 2 options. If you don't know, the Senate just passed House Bill 211. What this bill does, you can be placed in a mandatory treatment facility or placed in jail, or what they're describing as a government-sanctioned encampment.
If a person is detained by law enforcement under this bill, where do they take them?
To a designated public encampment area, a place that is legally defined where you can encamp.
But what bothered me the most was hearing this senator actually explain or try to explain why this was necessary.
There are many concerns about this bill, right? Because there have been some iterations of this over the past year or two, and we haven't been successful passing that, correct? This bill presents some challenges for a lot of people. Would you agree with that?
Oh, I'm sure. I think for a lot of legislation people have issues with.
I want to talk to you a little bit about the cost. When I look at the fiscal note of it, it says that it may result in an indeterminable increase in local funds expenditures. In policy terms and policy talk, we could agree that this is an unfunded mandate because we don't know the cost and locals would be responsible for the cost.
I guess you could say that.
Okay, so I actually want to read a section in this bill that mandates the unpaid labor part. In section 5385 C4B, it says the court may order the defendant to perform supervised work for the benefit of the community in lieu of paying all or part of the cost relating to his treatment and supervision. It reminds me of vagrancy laws that happened right after the Civil War that later became known as convict leasing.
Now, I don't think it's going to stop people from living in their vehicles. I really don't, because it is just so expensive to find a place to live now. But I do believe that people are going to start getting more creative with where they do live, with where they park their car, where they park their van. They're going to get more creative with having an RV and where they park it.
Here are the 5 best places to stealth camp. Number 1, right at the gym. When I first started living in my car, I parked outside the gym. There's cars going in and out. They think you're at the gym, they're not going to bother you. Number 2, parking structures. Sometimes you got to pay an overnight fee for these, but honestly, it feels the most safe. I did this when I was in LA. Parking structures are my favorite places to park and sleep. Number 3, right outside of the apartment complex. Don't take anybody's spot. Find a place where you can just park, cover your windows, no one's gonna bother you. Number 4, this is where I've stayed at most of the last couple months, and rest stops. They've been super perfect. There's a restroom nearby, outside the train station rest stop, it's been perfect. And lastly, number 5, grocery store parking lots, Walmart parking lots. If you see a camper out there, it's a good place to park. Good luck out there.
I got people asking me all the time, like, yo, bro, why are you living in your car? Why won't you do something to get out of that situation? And I'm like, look around. We live in a world that's ran and controlled by psychopaths that lie, cheat, and steal on a regular basis. Everybody who's trying to do the right thing is miserable. I don't want to be miserable. We have one shot at this life, as far as we know, and I'd rather be happy. And to me, happiness is freedom. And if that means living in my car up in the mountains of Arizona, then so be it. And I'll continue facing whatever struggles I have to face in order to get by and survive. But I'd rather be doing this than what I used to be doing, living in a city, working for someone else, paying way too much just to live in general. No thank you.
Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning. And unto the Bayath Dawadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere citations. As you can see here on screen, this is a video by a homestead journey. This lady, she's one of the whistleblowers for the world, and you know, she's going and she has this video about how, you know, it's now homeless in several states. I mean, it's now a crime in several states to be homeless. Okay, you know, and a lot of people, you know, nowadays they can't even afford to live a so-called normal life because everything is so damn expensive. So they figured, you know what, I'll just take what I have, live in my car, and just find a place to just be at peace. But this devil is making it hard, really hard for the people. So we're gonna go ahead and get a few scripts. Lord willing, this be edifying. So we're gonna start off with the book of Job, chapter 35, verse 9, it says, by reason of the multitude of oppressions, they make the oppressed to cry. Yeah, man. Like you just saw in the beginning of this video, a lady just had her RV towed, and she was about to take off. She was about to leave and go elsewhere, but you know, they didn't even give her a chance to move. So now she's out there on the side of the road with all her belongings and her dog. Like she said, if they would have just given them 5 more minutes, she would have been gone. You know, and other people are making complaints about this. Like, what, like, so you either go to jail or you get treatment. Like, you know, how are you gonna get treatment if you're homeless? How are you gonna pay for it if you're homeless? So they're just gonna throw you in the cage, right? Continue on, it says, they cry out by reason of the arm of the mighty. Yeah, these people are groaning and moaning and they're just disgruntled and, like this guy said, miserable underneath the power of the mighty. And who's the mighty right now? Esau Edom, because it is in the power of his hands. He's the one that makes these crooked ass laws. You know, as a matter of fact, Daniel chapter 7, verse 25, I believe. Yep. And it says here, Daniel 7:25, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. So, you know, Esau Edom was placed in the power seat, and power was given unto him by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Why? You know, first and foremost, us, the Israelites, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's people, we were disobedient. And it was prophesied from the beginning, from back then with Esau and Jacob, that Esau would be in power for a time. And that time is now, but it's only temporary and it's almost over. And Jacob would get next. And Jacob would be ruling for eternity. So, being under this devil, we have been constantly, you know, just been slave driven, worn out, beaten down. Okay? Getting unfair treatment. All right. Next is going to be the book of Psalms. It's going to be chapter 73, verse 6. And it says, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. You know, these people, the upper echelon of the Edomites, they're just prideful, man. They pride themselves in their wickedness, man. They wear their wickedness proudly, like a necklace and clothing. Like they're this is what they pride themselves in. This is what they love. This is what they do. Verse 7, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They have everything. Esau Edom was given the fatness of the earth. He has the best of everything. He has it all. They have more than what they could ever desire. But to Esau Edom, it's not enough. He just has to keep being more and more wicked. Verse 8, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. Yeah, man, they get a kick out of oppressing us. They get a kick out of making people suffer. Esau gets off on that shit. Now we're going to go to, this is going to be the same book, the book of Psalms, but it's going to be chapter 55, verse 3. It says, because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked, for they cast iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. So, this is, that's Esau Edom's nature, man. they thrive in oppression. Okay, they're their tongues are like swords, man. They go after those that walk upright, humble, and they mind their own business. They target anybody that's against them. They bring trouble upon everybody, any and everybody. Okay? What's going on right now in America? This is the nature of the Edomite. Rape, robbery, murder, oppression, false indoctrination. This devil is showing his horns more and more every day. He is showing you who he is and why he does this. This is the nature of that devil. Now we're going to go to Proverbs. It's going to be chapter 14. Proverbs 14 and 31. And it says, he that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker, but he that honoreth him hath mercy on the poor. Okay? Who is Esau Edom's maker? Who is the maker of us all? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So him that oppresseth the poor insults the maker. He brings shame upon the maker. He brings that shame. That's just Esau Edom in his own self-willed pride. But he that honoreth him hath mercy on the poor. So by helping the poor and those that are unable to help themselves, that's pleasing to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That shows that you honor Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and his commandments. So, this is, Esau Edom, he's the one that's, eventually this is all going to come back to bite him in the ass tenfold. This is going to be the same book. It's going to be Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And right now you're seeing people mourn, sighing and crying and groaning and moaning, because they're tired. They're tired of the bullshit. They're tired of these unfair laws. They're tired of just constantly being, told this, told that, and they're stripping the citizens of their rights. They have no say or any power in the matter to defend themselves. It's just, people are just clocking out saying, fuck this. And you know what? This is gonna be it right here. This is gonna be the last one. This is Revelation 6 and 4. And it says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. So, who's that red horse? It's Esau Edom. And power was given unto him that sat there and take peace from the earth. And he was given a great sword. Military, his technocracy. Okay, the way that he set up this society, his laws, his legislation, his regulations, and all that. And that devil is soon to come down with that great wrath. It's going to happen soon. So prepare, because what you're seeing right now, this is nothing. This is just light work. But eventually, it's gonna turn up, and the people are gonna snap. And with that, Lord willing, this was edifying unto the body and to the few sincere believers and listeners. And with closing, I'd like to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rakah Kodash, Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity, and unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning, and unto the Bayath Davadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere citations. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharala wa Abad Abal, Shalom Barakatam.
So yeah.
Zach Crypto Conine's campaign for Attorney General is funded by one crypto billionaire, spending millions on dishonest attack ads. Because while the Crypto Conine crowd attacks democracy, Democrat Nicole Cannizzaro is fighting Trump.
Did you know that we spend over 70 hours a year just on food shopping? Searching.
So y'all, this is my bed. This is what I sleep in. Been living in it for the last year. You know, my power station, my little fan. Just chilling in the parking lot.
Y'all, I am a homeless 25-year-old mom with 3 kids, and I've been homeless since December. And a lot of people keep asking, like, how and why. And truth of the reality is, whenever you don't have a backup plan, you don't have no family, and you're young, it is very hard whenever you become homeless to get back on your feet. I'm in a shelter, and I just got my ABC card maybe like 2 weeks ago, and I still am yet to get any type of food assistance or cash assistance or anything.
I've been sleeping under a lot of bridges lately. The best part isn't even the privacy though. Like, sure, nobody's gonna be coming down here in the middle of Iowa and seeing my tent under this bridge. The best part isn't even the fact that I stayed dry in the rain. The best part is sitting on top of the bridge and watching the sunset, knowing I have a spot to sleep when it's all said and done.
Why would I pay for a campground when this is free?
This is my nighttime routine as a homeless person that's currently living in their car. And I just recently bought a dog bed so I can sleep on it. Okay, you guys, I just got done with my first day at work as a light source technician. So let's go ahead and start our cleaning duties. I've already sterilized the pencils, and then they go in here. Perfect. Laser goggles. Let's go in here. Let's turn off the laser. Perfect. And the key goes right here. Okay, everything's clean. Hey guys, I just got done with work, and I am currently at PetSmart because I am planning on getting a dog bed so I can put it in the back of my trunk so I can sleep on it. And no, I am not getting a dog. This dog bed is for myself, so I don't have to sleep on a hard surface in my trunk. Damn, why are they low-key kind of expensive? Like, damn, $42 for this tiny little thing? It's not even like... That's crazy. Okay, hold up. This one seems kind of nice. It's very comfy and cushiony. Let me move this. You guys, I think we found the winner. This one is big enough, and it's only $29. And I think I'm taking this one. Because I don't need something too big. I just need something for my back. Back is starting to hurt. Okay, I got the goods for myself, for my trunk, so I can sleep more comfortable. Okay, in there. Get in there. Perfect. Let's go inside the gym. Let's do our nighttime routine.
It's really heartbreaking to watch how people are living nowadays because of the cost of living. And I really think if you're not able to be in a home, and if you have the ability to get an RV, that is a much better way to go. Have an RV, try and get into an RV park, somewhere that it's not too expensive to stay, that allows for long-term stays. Also, if you have someone that you know that the RV can be parked at their residence, And if you can get away with it, then that would be another good option. And I say you can get away with it because there's usually regulations as to, you know, being able to park an RV on somebody's lot and have it plugged in and, you know, live there.
I quit my job unexpectedly 2 weeks ago. I had just had enough. So I went in and just told them that I quit and getting ready to put my house on the market. I've been packing, cleaning, painting, and after it sells, I'm gonna buy an RV and hit the road.
I just got this trailer for $3,000 and now I'm living in national parks. I found this amazing trailer on Visit Marketplace for just under $4,000. We were able to talk them down on the price and we got a really good deal on it. So this is now our front and backyard. My cat's gonna cry, ignore him crying. We don't have the inside set up yet because we have not moved our stuff, but this is what it's looking like. We have a full fridge and kitchen, including a microwave and stove. There's the 4-foot pull-out. We have a dinette that we're going to turn into a couch eventually. We have this full bathroom with a walk-in shower. And then we have the full bedroom. I'm gonna be living in it.
Your beloved pet is suddenly missing. Luckily, you have Google Fi Wireless, letting you chase down leads.
And then we have the full bedroom. I'm gonna be living in this for the next few years. I've been wanting to do this since I was a teenager. So being able to do this right before my 23rd birthday is actually a dream come true, and I'm so excited to start this new chapter of my life. We're about 10 minutes from town, so it's not a far drive to get into civilization at all, but we're still pretty secluded. So it feels really private. I think my biggest negatives as we are currently are bugs. I hate bugs. And 2, there are wild hogs. But we have not run into them personally, so I'm hoping that we never have to experience that. Other than that, I'm actually so excited to start that.
So they're taking action on people that are homeless, people that are living in vehicles, and it's a real issue. If you have a place to call home right now, an apartment, a home, whatever it is that you do have, make sure that you have a backup plan. What is your plan B if your rent goes up too much, if you lose your job, if for whatever reason you find yourself not being able to live there anymore? What if the landlord doesn't renew the lease? If you find yourself in a situation like that, make sure you have a plan B. Start thinking about where you can go, who you can live with, so that you don't necessarily end up in a situation that you really are going to be upset about. And especially with the new things that are coming down the pipeline, with the bills and potential laws being enacted, you don't know how ugly this is really going to potentially get. So think about that. Don't wait until something is happening for you to really start to think about a plan B. Think about that in advance because it's really important and we need to take responsibility for ourselves. So let me know your thoughts down below. Are you seeing any action in your nearest cities with homelessness or with people living in vehicles? What are your thoughts on this? Do you think that this is right? Do you think that there's another way? I'm really curious to hear from you. I hope you're well, and I also hope to catch you in the next video. Take care.